Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for being here. If this is your first time, thank you so much. And if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you again for being here today. So in today's video, we are going to be using vinyl, transferring vinyl to a plain shirt. And we're going to be using the word "be kind," but we're going to be layering vinyl. So we have our blank shirt here, and we're going to use our heat transfer vinyl to put on the shirt. The word we're using is "be kind." I think it's just good to be kind, so I thought to use that word and create it. I hope you stay through to the end, so let's get right into it. So the materials we'll need for this project include the shirt, which I'm going to be using. I also have my vinyl right here, so my heat transfer vinyls right here. They are from Casa. I have my Teflon sheets. I have my what again? Yeah, I've just forgotten at the moment. Well, and then I'll be using my Cricut Maker. I also have my weeding tool right here and my brayer. So let's get started. So we'll start with Inkscape, and this is where I'm going to create my SVG that I'm going to cut out. So the word I want to use for this shirt will be kind. And so what I'll do is go to text, and draw a box for the text and put the word "be kind." So BE space KIND. Then I'll click on this select tool so it will select it. But before I enlarge it and make it bigger, I need to make sure that this is locked so that it resizes it in proportion, if that makes sense. So I'm going to click on this button where it says where it shows like a padlock, and I'm going to click it so that it's locked. Now you can see that it's locked. Then I'll drag this corner till it shows the word "be kind" and it's big enough. So I'm going to change this to, I'm going to go to part and click object to part to make sure that it's an SVG. And then after I've done that, I'll go to object, ungroup these words, then go to part and click union to put everything together. Now I'm going to click my linked offset. So on part, click linked offset. And you can see when you put your cursor over it, you can see that there's like another color at the background. So after I've clicked link offset, I'll choose the color I want. You can choose whatever color, you can change it anyways when you're in design space. So I'm going to move it over. You can see where there's like let me enlarge it so you see it. It's almost like a small arrow, sort of. So right here, if you move it over, you can see that it's only on the D. You can see it here. So what I'll do is I'll pull this up. As you can see, it's giving the "be kind" it's giving the be kind an offset. So I'll pull it to my desired look, and for me this works. So after I've done that, I'll go back and click on the select tool, remove "be kind" from it. Now click on the offset or the backing, go to part and click object to part. Then I'm going to increase this because I need to take off all the spaces that are on, all these spaces right here. These spaces, I want them to be gone. But to make sure that those are the only spaces I'm seeing, I'm going to zoom in. And as you can see, these are all the spaces, or these are all the open spaces. So to take them away or to remove those spaces, I'm going to click on this tool, which is the edit path tool. Click on it, and you can see now it has like notes around these open spaces or notes around the SVG. So what I'll do is almost like highlight the open spaces and click my delete button, and you can see it has taken up the space. So do the same thing for this one here. Move my cursor over it or highlight it, the open space, click delete button, it takes up that space. Do the same thing for these ones here. Click delete, it takes up that space. if I click my selection tool, you can see that there's no more space there. So I can take it back to zoom out and then put my Be Kind over it. And so what I'll do is, this is fine. Okay. So what I'll do is save it, and so that I can import it in Design Space. So I'll go to File, Save As, and I'll save it as Be Kind. It's saving into my download space, and then I'll click Save. So now that I'm done with that, I can close this, open Cricut Design Space, and I'll click New Project. I'll click on the Upload button so I can upload my SVG or import my SVG, and click on Upload Image. Then I'll browse, and I'm going to check in my Downloads folder, and you can see it here, Be Kind SVG. So click on that, open, and click on Save. So now I'll click on Be Kind, which I've uploaded, and Insert Image. And you can see it has brought it down here. I can maximize it for you to see. It came grouped, so you can always ungroup it if you want to adjust it. So now if you need to resize it, make sure that you either group them or highlight both so that it resizes them proportionately. Because if you don't do that and you resize one alone, then you might struggle resizing the other one. So I'm going to undo. Make sure that I click both of them. I can group them just to be safe, and then I'll resize. So now before I make that, for my shirts, I just need to make sure it's right. I have the right sizing. So what I can do is, let's say measure this and see, okay, what size do I want it to be? Or you can wear your shirt and measure it too. So for me, I kind of have an idea in my head what sizing it should be. Or I kind of have an idea where it will sit in my head. I could be wrong, but I sort of have an idea. So I think 24 will do. That's what I think. 24 for the length will do. So I'm going to resize this to use 24. So based on this, it will be 24 by 7. So if this is 24, it will be 24 by 7. So now that I know that's the size I want, I'm going to turn on my Cricut machine and then click Make It so that we can start cutting. So also notice that you can change this color. You can click on this and change the color to whatever you want it to be. I'll be using blue and yellow today, and so for this it will be like this blue or a dark blue, and then for the black, the Be Kind, I'll change it to yellow or this yellow. So this is sort of what I'm going for. The blue is not as dark as that, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. So now I'm going to click Make It. Now because this is heat transfer vinyl, we need to make sure that we mirror it so that it cuts as a mirror, and when you put it down, it's the right way. Now if you don't turn on this mirror right here, when you cut it, you'll have an issue. You will not be able to put it, or when you put it down, it will be the wrong way. So you need to make sure that we turn on the mirror for heat transfer vinyl. So I've done that for both of them, and I'm going to click Continue. We're starting with the yellow. So when I look at this, you can see that it's about 5 centimeters in width. So one thing I could do is just cut it instead of putting everything and cutting out and then using my scissors. Then I can cut it before I start. Before I click the Make It button or click the Continue button. So what I'll do is probably measure like 5 centimeters right here and then cut it. So I'm going to try using my control knife to cut it. So now I'm going to choose my material, which will be the everyday IronOn. I'll click that, and you can even see here it says make sure mirror is turned on and IronOn material is face shining side down. So for me, this is the shining side, which will go down. But even for this heat transfer vinyl, the right, remove the view film and let the white side be the side facing up. So I already know that, but when you look at both of them, you can also tell that this is the shining side. So you put the shiny side down. So our mirror is already turned on. Now what we're going to do is load the material on the tool and then let it cut. So I'll click this load and load button and then click the go button. It's done cutting. I'm going to remove it from the mat. And then I'll put the second one, and which it also says again, make sure mirror is turned on. But yeah, I'll put the second one and then I'll cut. Now both of them are done cutting, so it's time to put them together. We're going to use our weeding tool to do this. First off, I'll start with Be Kind. So I'm done with this one. I'll just trim off this excess part because it doesn't need to be there. And then do the same for this. So you can see, Be Kind. Because you're going to put it down like this. If I had not mirrored, it would have been the wrong way. But now it's Be Kind. So I'll put that aside and then I'll do this one. So this is it. This part is ready. So it's supposed to go this way. Be Kind. So now we're going to transfer this to the shirt now. Now you can check to see, like, because I'm using my Easy Press too. You can check to see what temperature you should use and for how long. So what I do normally is I just type heat guide Cricut heat guide, because I don't have the web page in my head, and it will come up. So I click on that, and then I choose. I'm using my Cricut Easy Press tool. I choose the material I'm using, which is Everyday IronOn. Then I choose my base material, and it's 100% cotton from the shirt. Click on that, and I'm using my Cricut Easy Press mat here. That's what I wanted to say before. So I'm going to click on that and then apply. And it's telling me I need to use the temperature of 300 Fahrenheit, and I need to press it for 15 seconds, firm pressure and cool peel. So press it for 15 seconds, firm pressure, flip and press for another 15 seconds, and then do a cool peel. So I've already turned on my Easy Press tool. I'm just going to set it to the right amount of time, which is 15 seconds. And then once it beeps, I'll know it's ready. Yeah, my shirt is a little bit rumpled, so I'm going to press it a bit. I'm going to use it as an iron right now. So after heating it, I'll do this for 5 seconds. So now what I'll do is put this down here and press it for 15 seconds. And it's firm pressure. So since I didn't cover every spot, I'm just going to shift it this way and do the same thing for 15 seconds. Because I covered the spot, but not the other spot, so. Now it says cool peel, so I'll just leave it for a bit. Then try raising up to see if everything went on the shirt properly. If it's not, I'll use my heat press again to make sure it's done. As you can see, everything seems to have gone down onto the shirt perfectly. So I'm just going to peel it. If I feel like there's any spot that's coming up, I'm going to put it back down, use the heat press just to make sure. Yep. Looking good. Yep. It's all good. Wow. How cool is it? So now I'm going to put Be Kind. I just need to make sure it's at the right spot. I think it looks great this way. Before I use my easy press, I'm going to make sure that I use a Teflon sheet to avoid the heat taking up the other vinyl. So if I just do it that way, the heat will remove, because heat can take up vinyl. So if I just put it straight on, it's going to take off the vinyl which has already gone down. So I'll use the Teflon sheet to protect it from that. And then now I'm going to use my easy press. Press it down firmly, 15 seconds again. So I'll take it up. Now I've still cold peel, but while I'm waiting, I think I'll flip it to the back and do it for 15 seconds. Now this is done. I'll turn my shirt around. It's still hot, so I'll wait for it to cool down a bit and then I'll peel it up. It's cool now, and I'll just try raising it up. Oh yeah, it's looking good. No issues so far, so I think it went down well. Yes guys, it is done. Everything seems to have gone down well, and yep, your shirt is ready. So yes guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if possible, create yours too. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and please share with your friends and family and everybody. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.